Microphone check 1 2. It is this 5-foot
Mic
assassin
check.
with the rough vet business.
Hey.
Perfect.
All right. You my checks.
look great.
You the
Thank
checks.
you.
Well, we know we look great.
Thank you.
We know we look great.
That's right. We look
right?
good. Hell
Am I
yeah.
right?
For her to hear it,
I guess so. From time to time, we need to hear it, but we really don't.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? The beard bros. That's how
I tell myself every day in the morning, you look great
Hey,
in the mirror.
as soon as you
You
wake
look
up,
fantastic, James.
part of the daily
And some days,
affirmations.
yo, you look like shit, James. What the fuck is wrong with you? Shave, motherfucker. Take a shower. What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? No, it's fine.
All right, man, listen. We're going to start off this podcast right. You ready?
I am ready.
All right, man. Listen, we're going to start off this podcast right. The first thing I always like to do is give thank you. A big shout out to all the YouTube. Let's do it again. That's what it is.
There you go. Show it, bro. Fuck
Hey,
it.
man, fuck
Shit,
it.
man. Fuck it.
Nah, I'm going to wait till I get
Shit,
one
man.
ab at
God
least.
damn.
One ab, and then I'm going
He said one ab.
It is one ab right now, actually. Big ass ab.
I got half an ab. Oh, yeah.
Listen, man.
I got to do better.
Let's start off this podcast right, man. The first thing I always like to do is give a big shout out and thank you to all the YouTube subscribers, all the TikTokers, all the Instagram followers, and the listeners across the world. Thank you for always tuning in. We love you. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe right now. Today, we have my good friend. He's coming back on the podcast. He goes by DJ Brown Boi. His name is James Harris. Welcome, James. How are you, my brother?
What is good, man?
Everything, man. Everything
I
is good.
am well. Thank you for having me back.
Yes,
I
sir.
promise to somewhat behave this time. But promises are made to be broken.
Yeah.
But no, I'm definitely excited to be back. So I appreciate the invite. Appreciate, everything that you guys do here. I'm excited, man. It's a beautiful Saturday morning.
Yes.
We are here about to chop it up, talk some good things, and just keep this thing going.
No, man. Yeah, thank you for coming, my brother. You're always welcome.
No
You're
doubt.
an honorary guest at this point, right?
Awesome. I appreciate that.
Listen, I know last time we touched on several topics, entrepreneurship, social media, what it does to you, what it's doing to this generation, right?
Yeah.
We spoke about life in general. We're going to push that envelope a little bit forward today. Today, I would like to speak about, our communities and how they're being affected. I want to speak more about life in general. Black and brown communities in general, right? Pushing the envelope forward. From your perspective, right? What's one piece of education that our communities didn't get enough of that we should have gotten enough of to push the envelope forward today?
Finance.
I was going to say, yeah.
Finance is a very important topic, and unfortunately in a lot of the black and brown communities, it's very taboo. It's funny that you actually brought this up, because on the way here I was actually thinking about things that were mentioned in my household, specifically about finance. It was always just get a job, get your school clothes.
Yeah.
It wasn't like get a job, save money, open up a checking account, do a bond, do this, do that. So it's always get a job, get your own school clothes. I'm not paying for school clothes anymore.
Yeah.
So that was the most, that's the most we actually talked about finance in my household growing up as a kid. But I think finance is very important. Financial education is key. There's a lot of information out there today. And, we have access to that. But I also think it has to be a priority of that person, because you can have the information, the tools and resources in front of that person, but if the person doesn't want to take it on and doesn't want to learn it, you can't force a horse to drink water.
I think that's psychological. And I was going to also say that it was financial literacy, right? Because we didn't get taught about taxes in school. We didn't get taught about, like you mentioned, stocks and bonds. We didn't get taught about just finances in general and how important it is once you step into society. Because at 18, you're an adult, right? They let you go at that point. You're an adult. You're fully responsible. You could take out a credit card. You could take out a car loan. Shit, you could probably buy a house if you got the...
And some people do. They be
funds.
buying houses at 18, 19, 20 years old.
Right. So, but the thing is that we lack that in our communities. And I think it's by design, right? Everything is by design, of course. We don't necessarily learn about it. And our parents, are dealing with their struggles. So they they're just going by their day to day. That's why you're saying, you know, oh, you're getting this amount of clothes, this amount of educational books, all that stuff. And that's the beginning of the teardown, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's, you know, the crazy thing is, like, my mom and dad, may rest in peace. Like, you know,
Rest in peace.
My dad would literally go to work every day. He always had 2 jobs. Go to work every day. He would get his paycheck, just give it to my mom. Like, you take care of the bills, the rents, leave me a little gas money, a little cigarette money, a little whiskey money so I could do my thing, you know, with my friends. But he would literally just go to work and just give my mom his check. He wasn't really a financially educated like that. He just thought, let me go to work, give my wife the check, pay the bills in the house, take care of the kids. As long as I got my gas and cigarette money, I'm good. So in some form or fashion, it was kind of simpler that way. Mm-hmm. Nowadays, it's like there's so many outlets to gain passive income, to learn about passive income, and to pass that information along. And unfortunately, a lot of us do gatekeep a lot of information. Because there's people in our communities, and you know who you guys are.
Yeah.
Y'all got a little bit of change in your pocket, but you're not willing to share how to get there for whatever reason. But there's also some people in our communities that are really like, okay, this is what we need to do to build generational wealth. You know, we're in this community. Let's put money back into the community. You know what I'm saying? Let's buy real estate. Let's buy property. Let's build schools. Let's create financial educations, education institutions for people in the community. Let's create a place for these young kids to go and get educated instead of being out on the streets. So it's 50-50 in a sense. But, you know, going back to, you know, this topic where we're talking about, financial literacy is very important, especially now that I'm getting older. We're all getting older and stuff like that. I'm starting to think about these things a lot more. I'm like, damn, did I really need to buy that $5 cup of coffee from Starbucks every day when I can take $5 per day and invest in Starbucks stock and Starbucks can pay me? So it's just the mindset of that. And sometimes we just do things unconditionally because it's like a muscle memory. You go to the coffee shop, buy coffee. You don't really think about, damn, I'm buying this goddamn coffee 5 days a week for 30 days. What's 5 times 30? I'm not good at math. I hate math. Unless
5
it's counting
times
money.
30, 150.
150. So you got $150 a month. 150 times 12 is, I'm not good at math unless it's counting money.
I'm not that good at math.
Yeah. So let's say $150 times 12. That is
whatever, $15,000.
Yeah. Let's just say $15,000.
I may be totally off, but we're gonna leave it at that.
It's all good. It's all good. $15,000 you could put into stock into buying Starbucks or Nike or Burger King or McDonald's or Dunkin' Donuts. You know, that'll be a return on investment. But we don't think like that, you know. So it's tough. We're going to get there. I just think we're gonna have to lead by example and really share the resources, share the knowledge, do not gatekeep, because you can't take all the information to the grave with you. When you're dead and gone, there's nobody in the graveyard to listen to you. Might as well just pass it on right now.
It's all by design. I'm gonna hit them in each point, right?
Okay.
You mentioned back in the day, men used to give their checks to their women. They used to handle most of the finances. Just give me some to deal with my day to day, and I'm good.
Yeah.
That's by design. The second thing that's by design, gatekeeping, right? So now that we have, some of us do have, and we hadn't had for so long, we want to make sure that we retain this as much as possible and not share it before it crumbles. That's by design. The other thing that's by design that you mentioned is now at this age, you're starting to think about, those $5 coffees, and they're getting expensive, right? Those $5 coffees, this not could invest in these stocks and bonds, but you are now focusing at this age, in our 40s, right? And me too, I'm in the same space as you are. At this point, I'm starting to thinking more about my finances, where my money's going and all that. Yeah. But even that, like, we should have learned this 20 to 25 years ago. And that's by design, right? It's a lose-lose mentality, man. Unfortunately, it's a lose-lose mentality. But there are a lot of gatekeepers, and there are fewer people that are helping communities and helping us learn about these things. But you mentioned something super early in the conversation that makes a lot of sense. It's about the person, right? It's about the person, because at this point in the game, 2025, everything is accessible, right?
Oh, yeah, everything.
I want to say it, and I may get killed for this. A lot of us are lazy. A lot of us are lazy to go and get that information, or have been conditioned to become lazy, that we're just floating through life.
But why do you think that we are lazy? When I say we in general.
We in general.
Why do you think we are lazy as a kid?
Well,
as a
think about
community?
it. Well, think about it. Now, the pressures of life. Well, I'm speaking from my age, right? The pressures of life are hitting me right now. I have a mortgage. I have things going on. Now is that I'm thinking entrepreneurship. So that's something aside from my 40 hours a week.
Mm-hmm.
My family, my needs, my struggles, past, front, all that, right? So I'm being distracted. I use the wrong term. It's not lazy. It's just we're distracted. That's it. That's what it is.
There's a lot of there's a lot of distractions that are in the world today, specifically with social media and stuff like that, and just in general within your environment. So that's kind of dope that you mentioned distractions, because I get distracted a lot. Sometimes it's hard for me to stay on pace because it's just because my brain just works overtime all the time. Like sometimes or most times when I'm sitting there, whether it be at work or on the train or even driving, like my face just has this look. Right. By the way, I'm approachable. But sometimes my face just has this look, and it's because my brain is always working. And people always say to me, "Yo, you all right? Like, seem like something's bothering me." Like, nah, I'm just, just processing a lot of things. We talked about that in drive over, just processing life and things like that. But
you're zoning in on you.
Yeah, you have to zone. You have to lock, like Kyrie Irving said, you have to lock the fuck in, bro, and do what you got to do. Distractions, they're just everywhere. And it's hard in this society to walk down the street or just go by your day-to-day and not be distracted by something. That's why I just want to fucking live off the grid in Alaska. Look, I'm going on my tantrum right now. In Alaska with a bunch of polar bears, you know what I mean? Have my whiskey and cigar, do my little DJing, live in an igloo and chill. You know what I mean? That's my dream. But overall, I just think it's going to take a lot for us to reset our minds and to rethink things. I just think people just don't have the time to really sit down and say, okay, what's the pros and cons of this? If I do this, how's this going to affect me? If I do this, how's it going to affect my career? How's it going to affect my family? How's it going to affect my community? How's it going to affect my pockets? How's it going to affect my mental health and my well-being? We don't sit down and think about that because we're just always on the go as a society. We're always like moving. We always have to be first. We always have to be ahead. You know what I mean? So we definitely have to.
We're trying to catch up, bro.
Well, that too. We're trying to catch up.
We're trying to catch up.
We're trying to catch up, but we have to pace ourselves because we're burning ourselves out so much that people are just getting just like, fuck it, I don't want to do this no more. You're like, how many people that are younger than us that look older than us?
Yeah. Ooh. Speak about it.
And like, you can see when someone's struggling because you can see it in their face. Like, and it's kind of just crazy because it's like a lot of the younger generation. I'm like, yo, why do y'all look so rough? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're 18, 19, 20, early 20s. When I was that age, I was being an 18, 19, 20 something year old. But the pressures of today with finance, some of them have to be the head of the household. I'm 18 years old, but I have to hold 2 jobs because my mom can't do this or my father can't do this. Or we're in a situation where I have to take care of my siblings, or I have to go to school, or I can't go to school and I have to drop out. So now I got to work at this job, and that job is just to put food on the table. So I get where the struggles come from, but at the same time, you should be able to enjoy life some form or fashion or another, at whatever age you're at. So that's it's crazy.
You know what? Their distractions are different than what our distractions was at 18.
What are they distracted about? TikTok?
That's the distraction. That's their day and age distraction.
Social media is a distraction.
Social media is their distraction. A big part of it because it influences them in ways that we didn't have to deal with that challenge. And the overall, I guess, the overall thing about distractions is that it makes you lazy. Believe it or not, you get so distracted, you get discouraged, and you appear to be lazy because you don't want to tap into anything. While technology is out here for you now. While the information is out here for you now. But their distractions is different than ours, bro. We had a different upbringing.
Yeah,
we had a totally different upbringing. Their distractions is all social media based, and everything in social media kind of like channels their day-to-day life.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Now, question for you: what's one thing that you could pinpoint that people outside of our communities misunderstand about the struggles that we're dealing with?
I just think they don't really take the time to sit down and speak to someone from that actual community. You know what I mean? You know, they have assumptions, whatever they see on media, social media, whatever they hear from their colleagues or their friends or their immediate family. I just really think if you want to understand what someone is going through, sit down and have a conversation with them, because it's more behind the scenes to it, you know, when you speak to a person.
Yeah.
You know, you can see stuff like, okay, you can assume that this person is this or that, all right? And I hate judging people, but we're in a judgmental society where we're judged all the time.
All the time.
But I just really think that if someone is really interested and really willing to help, genuinely, not just because it's a cool thing and I'm going to post it on my TikTok that I went to this community and I handed out free turkeys and I took a picture with so-and-so. And nah, you got to really genuinely do it. So it's going to really take for them to really actually genuinely speak to those individuals, understand what's going on, and to possibly get them some information to help them. But that's just a better understanding of everything overall. You can't just assume stuff. You know what I mean? Right. They're going to have to take the time to willing to do that.
Right. You know, there's a lot of trauma in our communities. We're talking about some of them now. The distractions, even the laziness, that's all from traumas, right?
Yes.
But how do we succeed when laziness, when, you know, just not wanting to do something or grow or pretty much have like this non-elevation mentality is the norm.
Yeah.
You know, it's tough to step out of that in a way.
I think a platform like this, what you guys have here, is very important because there's people that look like you and I, and they're going through the same struggles. So like, okay, if Brown and G can talk about it, I can probably talk to my friends about it. Or I could probably do a podcast myself and speak about, or a vlog or something like that. So it starts with something just based what you guys are doing right here. It's also going to continue with someone that looks like us and sounds like us, because, you know, how many times have you been in a situation where it's like, yo, bro, you can't relate to me. You have no idea what I'm going through. You know, because you don't look like me. You don't sound like me. You can't relate to me. And I've gone through that a lot on both sides.
Okay.
So
like somebody's thought that of you?
Yes. And I thought that of a person, unfortunately. You know, I was in that judgmental stage when I was younger and stuff like that. I'm out of it now. Like, I don't judge anybody, you know, at the moment. Everybody's a human being. Everybody's just a regular person to me.
Yeah.
But I think with platforms like this is very important. It's like just a small step. And I just really think opening up and talking to someone, therapy. That's one thing that is lacking in our communities too. We were never told to go to a therapist. We were told to sit down and shut the hell up. Put some Robitussin on it.
Yeah.
Drink some Vicks.
For us was
you know what I mean? Like, you're not crazy. Just go sit down somewhere. It's like, nah, but something is really bothering me. No, we don't do that in our communities. You know, one of my friends I had an argument with one time. And I was like, hey, maybe you should go speak to someone about it, you know, open up, maybe to help. Nah, I don't do that. He literally just shut me down before I even finished the sentence. I'm like, well.
Did he give you a why?
He just shut me down. He just said, I don't do that. No reason why. It's just, I don't do that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, and it also goes with trauma. It goes with trust factor. How can I tell this total stranger what's going on in my life? And they're there not to judge me. But in the back of my mind, this motherfucker's going to judge me as soon as I walk out the door and I get in my car and drive off.
You know
what I mean?
It's like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't, right? Because what's happening is before therapy was frowned upon, right? Now I think it's cliche. It's becoming cliche. Everybody's talking therapy. So now it's like the new norm. But are you really getting the help you need for you? That's the question. Are you in the age, or fuck the age, are you in the mindset of actually allowing someone to help you process your thoughts, process your feelings?
Yeah.
Or are you just going to therapy because it's the new norm? It's the new thing. It's the new cool thing to do. Like you know, and you could tell some people go to therapy. Not everyone needs therapy. I've always said it, right? I'm going to it, but it's dope for me because I'm at this day and age, I'm paying attention more, zoning into myself, right? Seeing what I need to change. So it applies to me a lot more easier than someone that's just going to therapy because they just feel like it's the norm.
Because they saw it on TikTok.
Because they saw it on TikTok or
They saw it on TikTok.
or someone on YouTube influenced them to go to a therapist.
But I mean, maybe in a sense that is.
But what happens is when you are not ready for therapy in reality and you go to therapy because someone influenced you to go to therapy and you don't receive the information you wanted from therapy, now in your mind, therapy doesn't work at all.
But I understand what you're saying, but wouldn't you agree or disagree that at least they took that initial step? Even though they saw their favorite TikToker or YouTuber go to therapy, do you give them credit for at least saying, okay, let me at least see what it's about? Because I saw Brown Boy's TikTok and he was cool talking about therapy, and now I want to go because of him.
How many steps have you taken in your life and you thought, damn, that was a wrong turn?
A lot.
And therapy could be one of them. You're not ready for therapy at this point, so you shouldn't go. If you're not allowing space for you to take in information about you, it's not for you at this moment. You got to be in that mindset. This is just me from my perspective. If you need therapy, go to therapy, right?
Yeah.
And you will know when you need therapy, if you need therapy. But at the same time, what I'm saying is be careful, because if you go to therapy not really being ready to accept everything that's going on and deal with it, you're gonna get a bad taste of therapy, and then it's out of here.
Yeah.
And then what happens with that? That family tree from that person moving forward is not taught about therapy.
Right.
And everybody deviates.
Right.
And more trauma comes along. So just be mindful. You got to be in the mindset.
Yeah.
This is just me.
No, I agree with you.
We're talking. We're here discussing.
You
right?
got to be in mindset with everything. Even mindset of drinking this goddamn shit fucking 12:30 in the goddamn afternoon.
He got some Mama Juana.
I got some Mama Juana. Yeah.
I got some coffee.
He got some coffee. Yeah, it's already hitting. I already had a freaking bagel. It's already hitting shit. But no, you have to be in the right mindset to really, accept and take on different things. But I also think as long as you're taking the initial step, I'm a firm believer. As long as you just take the step towards something, you're doing a lot more than a lot of people out there. And to everybody watching, therapy is very important. I think it's very important. Or journaling. I started journaling recently, which has actually been very beneficial. So I'm definitely looking forward to going back the beginning of next year to see what my thoughts and feelings and opinions and all this other shit I've written down was in the book. So that's very important too. So if you guys do not journal, please journal. It's even if you just write down a little napkin or something. It's like some ideas and stuff, but it's worked for me because my brain is crazy. I got a lot of shit in my brain. I got like 100 different personalities talking to me at once.
Okay.
One is talking right now, like, finish this. The other one's talking like, don't finish that. You got to work later. So I'm battling those demons right now.
Yeah, that's the only one he's getting here, by the way.
Exactly. But journaling is very important. You don't have to pay for a therapist if it's someone that you just trust, a friend or someone, an accountability partner.
Yes.
That's totally fine too. But just take your time and pace yourself. You don't have to spill your whole life story in the first hour.
Therapy doesn't have to be you going to somebody. It could be journaling. But
what about talking to yourself in the mirror?
That could work. Affirmations. That's what affirmations is about.
Yeah.
But as long as it does some good for you, that's therapeutic, bro.
Yeah.
Now, and I'm glad we had that conversation to clarify, because
because I'm crazy.
It's important. I'm crazy too, bro. I'm crazy too.
We all crazy.
I just noticed it this year.
We all crazy here. We're crazy in a good way, though.
Yeah, we're crazy in a good way. I mean, it is what it is. Now, the way we're raised plays a lot into how we deal with setbacks, right?
Okay.
What's one lesson that life taught you the hard way?
What's one lesson that life taught me the hard way?
Yes. You're like, oh shit, this is hitting right now. This lesson is hitting me right now.
I think it's the passing of my parents. And they were there. They were both in the household. I was very fortunate to have both parents in the household growing up in Mount Vernon. But once they pass, years later, I started to think, damn, I could have spent more time with my mom or more time with my dad. So I was always working. You know, I would call him here and there and stop by every once in a while, but it wasn't like a continuous thing until when he actually passed away. I was like, oh shit, like, damn, I lost a lot of years because I was always just distracted.
I was
By getting his bread, getting his chicken, getting to the bag, getting my DJ career up, working a 9 to 5, you know, doing other stuff without really taking the time to actually go sit and chill with my father. And like I said, we spoke on the phone, we saw each other like every now and then, but I wanted to be more in the space, especially when he started getting more, you know, became ill and stuff like that. But that's one thing that it taught me, just to spend more time with your family, because your family, they're not going to be here for a long time.
Yeah.
And we talked about it, like a lot of my family is getting older. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad that I'm kind of around them in a sense, because there's that thinking in your mind is like, damn, like, yo, I'm in my 40s. They're in like their 80s and 90s. And we, as kids, we always thought our aunts and uncles and cousins will be the same age forever. It's like, God damn, Aunt Jolene is 95.
Yeah.
Last year, she was 32, smoking cigarettes and drinking rum and coke. You know what I mean? So it's just, time is just crazy. So I just think spending time with family, that's what taught me a lot. And now I'm definitely making more time to prioritize that.
It just hit me, bro. You know why you and I are zoning in? And when we spoke on the way here, you spoke to me a lot about zoning in on you. That time is ticking, bro. And the older we get, the more we think about death. That's the thing. The more we think about what am I really doing here? Like, what am I leaving behind?
Yeah. We got more years behind us than we do in front of us.
Exactly. So that's a scary ass thought. And you don't want to live life and get to a point where you're already in that age that you may think, hey, damn, in a decade I might be gone or whatever, right? And it's true, it's real talk. So, but then you start looking at life, it's like, what the fuck did I accomplish?
Yeah,
I was distracted my whole life.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason why someone works hard, they go to work 40 hours, even 60, even 80 hours a week, and not be able to live a decent life.
Right.
Not be able to purchase a home, purchase property. I just can't fathom that in my mind. And I've always been like that. So I'm like, yo, like, you bust your ass every day, but why don't you have a house? Why don't you have a car? And I tell myself this sometimes too. It's like, yo, you gotta like get on the ball, bro, because you about to push 50 and yeah, what are you doing? So that's why in our conversation over, I was talking about the reset, the self-care. We talk about finance. We talk about, you know, putting things in perspective. And it's very important. And anyone that's listening or watching this episode, like, yo, really lock the fuck in. Like Kyrie said, lock the fuck in, man. Do what you got to do, because we have more years behind you than you do ahead of you. And you want to leave something behind. You don't want to do all this hard work and not have shit to show for it.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Especially if you have a family, you got to be an example. You got to be an example to your family, to your communities and stuff like that. And also be an example to yourself. So just resetting your mind and really sitting your ass down. Like, sometimes you just got to sit the fuck down. Sit your ass down.
Sit the fuck down.
Sit your ass down and just stay there and just think. Stop moving. It's good to stop moving. You can just stop moving and think.
Let me tell you something.
Sit your ass down.
That's called meditating for you young ones. Just go for a walk. No fucking headphones. No nothing. As a matter of fact, put the headphones on. Put that sound blocking feature in. What's it called? No, not soundproof. The AirPods thing.
That shit.
Go for a long walk. Put your headphones on. Put the noise cancellation on. Don't hear anything.
That's so hard for them.
And that is so peaceful, bro. Like, you get to reflect on those walks. Things like that, small things like that will have you growing, like, insanely, like, thinking about zoning in and what to do, how to better yourself. Just go for a walk, man.
But it's also the company you keep in your environment, and we can definitely talk about that. I talked about the whole. I'll tell you about
100%.
my whole reset process. I do every 6 months to a year. We'll get into that. But I just really think it's who you hang around with, your environment.
Before you do, put the mic a little bit down.
Right there.
A little. There you go.
Yeah, so the ladies can see my juicy lips. Hey, ladies, what's going on? Yeah, Brown Boy, yeah, you listen to me. Yeah, I'm at the podcast. That's fine. Here we go. Is that good?
I mean, we're laughing. We just having a good time.
Yeah, we having
That's
fun.
all we doing.
We talking serious, but we having fun.
Yeah, we talking
and this fucking shit is kicking in. God damn it.
We talking some serious ass shit, but we gonna throw some funny shit in there.
Nah,
you know
we
what
are.
I'm saying?
We are.
Because damn, it goes too serious, and we're like, damn, how do we pull back from this shit?
I know, right?
We just, you know.
No, but sometimes we need those serious conversations.
Yeah, man. Go ahead, man. Talk to me.
But
resetting.
Resetting and just touching on your community and who you hang around with in your immediate circle. So I'll give you guys what I do every 6 months to a year, and then I'll go into how I feel about the holiday season. It's kind of, when I tell people this, they're kind of like, what, really? So every 6 months, I do what's called a reset. I do my contacts, my social media contacts, and my telephone contacts. If I haven't...
Contacts?
Contacts,
Okay,
like people who I interact with or follow me on social media and my
apologies.
contacts.
My apologies. I heard contacts. But go ahead.
Oh, contacts and stuff like yeah. It's the headphones, man.
Headphones,
the
fucking
noise
headphones.
cancellation's on.
Shit.
Like, you know what I mean?
Go ahead, bro.
But so every 6 months, I go through my contacts, social media, phone, and if I haven't spoke to that person within 6 months, I delete them
Damn.
for whatever reason. And here's the reason why.
I like this.
Phone works both ways. I totally understand that. Some of it can fall on me. Some of it can fall on them. But if I haven't spoken to you in 6 months, I'm going to delete your contact. Or if I text you and you say, who's this? Delete.
Gone.
I go to my social media feed. Do I really need to follow this person? There's no value. There's no context. Let me delete them. Why is this person following me? They're very toxic. I don't need it in my life. Let me block and unfollow them. That's what I do every 6 months to a year. And I actually find it very beneficial because my circle is very small. I don't really have a large circle of people who I consider friends and family and stuff. I have associates and things like that. And most recently, I actually haven't contacted a lot of people. And that's just because I'm in that reset mode. Like, nah, I got to sit down and really see if this is a valuable relationship, whether it's personal, professional, intimate, whatever. If it's not bringing any type of value to me at this point in my life, there's no reason for me to contact you. Now, we could revisit and regroup. But as of right now, if I haven't spoke to you in 6 months of the year, or if I text you, say, who is this? Delete.
Very Zen vibes. I like it. I like it.
And it's actually helped out a lot. Yo, you haven't contact? You good? Yeah, I'm good. I'm all right. You see my social media feed. I'm fine. You know what I mean? But you have to get those things out the way to move forward because it could be blocking your blessings. And maybe they don't do it intentionally. But at the same time, it's like, I'll go back to social media. Why am I following this big butt model?
You see,
I like big butts.
you see how he does it?
But why am I following her? Because she's not adding value. You know what I mean? Like, I'm commenting, I'm liking her picture. She's not liking me back. Now, I get it. That's not their focus. Their focus is to put their big butt in a reel or a picture. That's totally fine. Get your money, girl. I ain't mad at you.
Get your money.
But I'm just like, why am I wasting 5 to 10 minutes of my day scrolling on your feed when it's just not working for me? When I can spend 5 to 10 minutes scrolling on a feed about finance, education, therapy, DJing, entrepreneurship, self-care. You see what I'm saying? So that's my whole 6 months, year shit.
You're reallocating your time.
That's a big word, reallocating.
That's you know what I'm saying? I throw a couple of big words here and there in here. You know, but you're
reallocating.
You're reallocating.
When I go for my annual review. Yeah, we reallocated my salary, right? So yeah, so you gotta reallocate a couple of grand to that shit.
We do. Don't forget that.
Where did you learn that word? Yeah, don't worry about it. Just you gotta reallocate, right? Yeah, reallocate this fucking, give me 20 grand more, be good.
You're putting the time for better use. You're putting, I can't take this guy serious.
Reallocate. Yo, I love that shit. I'm gonna start saying that shit in the mic tonight, Electric Shuffle. Yo, we reallocated tonight, son. What? Yo, we be allocating that bottle tonight, son.
I can't. Yo, listen. I'm gonna use it again. That's listen.
The Baba Juana effect.
What time is it, man? It's 12:45 p.m.
Yeah.
He chose it. He's a grown ass man.
I did choose. You did say, do you want coffee? I mean, you gave me a water.
Coffee.
I had my iced coffee earlier, so I was good with that. And then I saw the alcohol, and I was like, oh, shit. You know what I mean? So, but then I was, I really have to work later, so this is going to be the only thing I'm going to drink.
I even gave him some water.
No, I thank you for the water. I really appreciate it. And there's no labels on because, if you guys are getting into this business and stuff like that, if you don't have any significant sponsorships, do not show any labels.
And if you're interested in sponsoring, please contact me.
Yes.
At the Dash Group Chat Podcast at gmail.com.
That's
Thank
right.
you very much.
That's
that's
right.
a little commercial
I
we
set
threw
you
in
up right
there.
there, yo.
You know what I'm saying? It's a little commercial we threw in there.
Set you up.
But yes, you're reallocating your time, sir. That's
Yes.
what it's called. Like, you're putting your time into better use. And I like that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take that from you.
It helps.
I'm gonna borrow that method from you.
You're more than welcome to do so, man. You're more than welcome to do so. It helps.
You know why? Because what ends up happening is when you look at your phone, if I open up my phone and you see my contacts, you'll see like 500 people there. And I only communicate with like 7 people. Put it 10. Let's round it off. 10 people at most outside of my family. Matter of fact, it's less than that. It might be like 5 people.
Yeah, yeah.
So why am I following 495? You see what I'm saying? Like, it's true. And then you find yourself like keeping like, and I'm big on that too. I'm big on energy. Even if you might not even be thinking about me. But I just like feel like, that's salty over there, gone, blocked. But yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, take it, man. It's helped me out a lot.
That's self-therapy right there.
It is. It's helped me out a lot, and it's actually really helped me understand and value the actual relationships that I do have. And not to say that these individuals are bad people. It's like I said before, just at this point in my life, you're not adding value, and I have to focus on what I have to do. You know what I'm saying? And I touched on the holiday season. I'll get to that really quick.
Yeah.
So I do the same thing during the holiday seasons too. Go to my contacts, or I can speak to it 6 months to a year, delete you. Now, the thing about the holiday seasons is like, I was telling someone about this, is that even as a kid, during the holiday seasons, I feel guilty.
Why?
I'm going to tell you why. Because I know for a fact that there are people out there that don't have any family to go to, don't have outlets, just have the resources, just the bare minimum resources to live. And during the holiday season, it's really touchy for a lot of people. So as a kid, I always felt guilty, like, okay, I got this Atari, got this Sony PlayStation, got this computer, but I also know my classmate comes to class in the same pair of jeans every week. You know what I mean? So I always feel kind of guilty. So I did actually a post not too long ago during the holiday season where I was like, yo, make sure you guys just keep these individuals in your prayers. There's a lot of people out there. It's very unfortunate, just don't have anything. I don't have a lot. I don't have a big house. I don't have a big car. I don't have a lot of money in the bank, but I do have a roof over my head. I do have stable income. And I do have a good small circle of family and friends who I can reach out to for help. And I have, a system that works for me, but there's a lot of people out there that don't have it. So it's kind of like during the holiday season, I kind of get really depressed and guilty because tell me how you feel about this. And this kind of goes into finance. It kind of bothers me, and this is just me. And the mama wanna. This is just me. I kind of feel, what's the word I'm looking for? Annoyed.
Okay.
When I see people post pictures, here goes to social media. Oh, I got this brand new Range Rover with a big red bow in the garage, in the driveway. My Christmas tree is big as my ceiling in my house. My man got me this Louis Vuitton bag with this bracelet to match. But there's people starving on the street in your neighborhood or the next neighborhood over. Some people might argue, okay, Jay, I hear what you're saying, but at the same time, some people work hard and they deserve that. Me, if I had that outlet, those type of resources, and this is just me, I would share. All right, you know what? I don't need that Range Rover. Let me put some of this money towards something that's more efficient, and let me go help this community, this individuals, this community center, put more money back into the community. Because it's for me, it's tough. You know what I mean? I was very fortunate as a kid that, like I said, I had both parents in the house during the holiday season specifically, get the presents that I want because, you know, I worked hard. I deserved it. According to them, I deserved it. I feel that I really didn't deserve those things. I was appreciative of them. Appreciative of them. Is that a word? I appreciated them, right? And
Appreciative.
Yeah, that too. Reallocate. I was reallocating the goddamn presents I got. But, you know, I always felt like that when I was a kid. They was like, nah, like, you know, your family works hard. You deserve these things. I get it. But, yo, Joe, my classmate, is wearing the same sneakers for the past year, and they got holes in them.
You know what it is?
You know what I mean?
There's a way to inspire, right? There's a I wouldn't say a right way or a wrong way, but there's a better way to inspire than just show a Range Rover with a bow on it or jewelry or a big house. Okay, I see you. You know, good for you. But how did you get there? You know, show me the financial structures that you took in life or the financial paths that you took in life to kind of like teach me the game. Take me to the pond. I'll take it from there. Mm-hmm. I'll start fishing from there, right? Don't just show me the glitz and glamour. That's the fucked up part about social media. And I get it. You're showing your accolades, what you've earned or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But there's a path to that. Show me the path. Don't just show me the end game. You see what I'm saying? Because there's a strong struggle throughout that path that you took to get to that.
Yeah.
The thing is, that's the missing piece for most people.
Yeah.
Now, some people, it depends on the person. Some people look at that at face value and say, wow, I want to be like this person. And that's inspiration for them, right? For me, I need a little bit more information.
Yeah.
You probably need a little more information or, you know, just to tell me how you got there. And I get it. You feel like survivor's remorse in a sense, because the less fortunate don't have as much, especially in holidays. And that's God telling you something, bro. That's God telling you to do more to help. Mm-hmm. That's all it is. Like you know, a lot of times you find yourself, what's supposed to be happy times, you find yourself feeling a little bit down for them.
Yeah.
Because you know they're struggling, but you're not, in a sense, because you got everything you need at the moment.
Right.
So it's a lot of, again, it goes all back to the person, bro. It goes back to the person. Even the influencer that's influencing people to do whatever they want. Like, oh, I got this, I got that. Like, tell me how. Show us.
Some of them do share the information.
A lot of them do. Not enough. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, not enough. There's a lot of gatekeepers out there, which talked about, and there's a lot of people out also sharing information. But, you know, that's how I just feel to really think about that. I think about that every day. You know what I mean? Like, I'm very fortunate to be in a space, especially with my DJ career. And I was telling you that, yo, I'm DJing literally like every weekend, like 4 to 5 days a week. And on top of the 40-hour corporate job that I have. So I'm blessed to stay busy. But at the same time, I'm like, damn, yo, like there's people out there that's working hard and they're not where they need to be. Now, it takes time to get there, and it took time for me to get where I'm at. I've been doing DJing for like 31 years, and I finally, within the past 2 years, have been building my own individual personal brand as DJ Brown Boi.
Right.
So now people are starting to recognize me as an individual, and I also work with a couple of talent agencies, which are wonderful and great. But I also said to myself a couple of years ago, yo, I want to start getting out there more as an individual, yo, DJ Brown Boi, you know what I mean? And I've been blessed to step into that space. Like today, I have to go and DJ Electric Shuffle tonight.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? And I got DJ at Swingers Crazy Golf Course tomorrow. And then, you know, so when I DJ last night at Tower Uptown, and I'm blessed. And actually, my boy, one of my DJ friends, Mike Music, he was like, yo, bro, believe it or not, there's a lot of dudes looking at you saying, yo, how can I get what Brown got? I'm like, really? They're like, yo, trust me. They talk to me. They don't talk to you. They talk to me like, yo, your man Brown is like, busy as hell. I want to get to his level. And I'm not on a level where I want to be. You know, I want to do more. I want to travel more with my DJing. I want to do more bigger events and stuff like that. So,
but you are at a level. But you are at a level that you want it to be. You're grown.
Yes. Thank you for that. But small steps, long vision. It's going to take a lot of hard work and time and dedication and sacrifice to get there. But yeah, he was like, "Yo, there's a lot of dudes looking at you, man. Like, believe it or not." And I don't pay attention to shit like that. I just go and just do my thing. Yeah, I'm in this. Lock the fuck in, bro. Like Kyrie Irving said. You know what I mean? In. And I don't really pay attention to the he say, this fucking legenda. The he say, she say. Y'all know what I mean.
She.
Wait, it was drinking Legenda or Mama Juana? Oh, fuck me.
That's a mixture. I'll tell you about it.
Why did you mix it?
That's a mix. That's Mama Juana. It's a mixture. I'll tell you about it off.
I'm saying Legenda, Mama Juana.
It's called Mama Juana.
It's something.
Listen,
I'm calling it. What are you drinking? Something?
man. Like I told you, we gonna get serious. We gonna dive in, but we gonna step out.
I'm drinking
All right,
something.
we
What
gonna-
is it? It's something.
It's-
What's on the bottle? Something. That's the name of the drink. Yeah, something.
You know what's crazy? My father brought that bottle from DR. It's extra. You see, it's extra huge, right?
It's like a little baby.
Yeah, no, that's the big.
It's like a fat baby. That thing is huge. Imagine like you sitting around in the backyard.
Oh, it's
and y'all
over.
take that bottle, you'll finish the whole goddamn bottle in one night.
You cannot.
We've done that.
We've
You done that? And everybody was all right the next morning?
The all white party. I put that out there. Everybody. Was
Nobody changed to like a dragon and flew off because it was,
Probably.
you probably did.
I definitely. That was out of here.
Nobody changed to a werewolf and started tearing
That
shit
day
up.
it was dope, but I was out of here.
That should have put hair in your chest.
Listen, yes.
It's a little baby right
If
there.
you need some hair in your chest, drink some more. Bro, let me ask you something about DJing.
Yes.
What's the most you being in the industry for 30 plus years?
Yes.
What's the most embarrassing era?
What do you mean embarrassing era?
Like the dance floor vibes. I'm gonna tell you mine. What's the most embarrassing era you ever DJ'd in?
So you mean like decades?
Just looking at the
or-
crowd, yeah. The shades era for me. When everybody had
which era?
shades on.
Shades?
When everybody had shades on in the club.
Oh, I
That
was there.
shit was ridiculous.
I had shades on in the club, and I actually fell down a couple of flights of stairs because I couldn't see shit.
bro.
Trying to look cute. Bam! Fuck it.
That's the most embarrassing one for me. And I used to go heavy to the clubs with shades on. But then looking back at it now, you look at some pictures, you're like, what the fuck I was thinking? And then, the Chinese shirt era.
The Chinese shirt?
That might not even be a thing over here. There's a thing in the
The Chinese
it was
shirt?
a thing in DR, like like the little silk shirts with the Chinese logos. The Chinese or Japanese, I don't know, but
I think I know what you're talking about. I
the
think I know
little
what you're talking about.
designs. So you remember? I might be drinking some late in the
Yeah, you might be in that goddamn coffee. Something coffee. That's what it's called. Shit.
What's the most embarrassing you ever DJ'd in?
I would probably say I'm probably gonna get jumped in the parking lot for this. Probably now.
Ah, shit.
Probably this
He said it.
era now.
I didn't say it. I was gonna say that,
Because
but I'm not in the club now though. So
Yeah. It's good that you're not in the club because you ain't
I
missing
fall
nothing.
asleep. I fall asleep immediately.
Shit, I
in the
do
club.
too. Shit.
I will fall.
I'll be
asleep.
fucking like that. I'll be like,
You're the DJ.
oh shit.
How you falling asleep? Put some shades on. Now that's the right time
I know,
to
right?
put some. See, this era, at this age, if I go to the club, I'm putting some shades on.
Put
Just
some
to fall
shades on.
asleep. Just
There you go.
Because I know I'm gonna fall asleep, bro. That's why I don't go.
Yeah, that's crazy.
why I don't
I'm gonna try that. Put some shades on. But no, I think right now this era is because we have what's called the TikTok and the Spotify era. So a lot of people, a lot of guests, a lot of party goers, they just want to hear that specific song instantly. And I'm gonna say this, I'm probably gonna get jumped in the parking lot again. The bars, lounges, restaurants, and some clubs that I do, there is not a lot of us going there.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that again. There's not a lot of us going there. I'm gonna tell you why. Demographic has changed.
Turn on. I'm sorry. Turn on the heater, please. Go ahead. Sorry. I'm gonna put you.
Demographic has changed. The guests have changed. The look has changed. And the younger generation, that's not us for the most part. This is what I see. I could be wrong. But for me being in the industry for 30 years, this is what I notice. They're not going out. They're not spending a lot of money. They're not buying bottles. They're just not doing it. Now, might be a couple of places where they go and they hit and they stay there because there's a certain demographic, a certain pull towards that
Okay.
demographic. But for the majority of stuff that I do in Manhattan, there's really not a lot of us there.
Why do you think that is? Aside from them being distracted on TikTok, and
I
all
just
that shit.
think it's just
the vibes are off.
the vibe. It's just like, music is music is quote unquote the universal language, right? And, you know, you have the right to like whatever music you like, which is totally fine. Yeah. But a lot of party goers, man, they're not looking like us, and I've noticed that. I've noticed a lot of when I DJ places, a lot of young Indian kids.
They like it.
Yeah. And it's a crazy situation. I'm gonna tell you a situation that happened to me one time. I was DJing one spot and I had like a Bollywood Indian set.
Yeah.
And I played like hip hop, scratching, cutting. Everybody's, oh my God, this is great, this is great. I go to another venue and this person, this young Indian girl, comes walking up to me. Yeah, can you play so-and-so? Because you did it last week at this other place I was at. Oh.
Don't you remember me?
Yeah, you don't remember me? I'm like, no, I don't. Funny thing is, 2 weeks later, she came back.
See?
And she brought more of her Indian friends. Mm-hmm. But because I have such a wide range of music that I want to play, I want to learn, I want to understand and cater to, they're like, yo, Brown Boi plays our music, so we're going to go there and listen to him, even if it's for an hour.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So the demographic and the people going out has changed a lot. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm very fortunate to be in a space where I'm able to DJ for that demographic, which is a wide range, because I want to be wide. I don't want to be stuck in one box. Like when you come to my parties, you're going to hear literally everything. You know when people say I listen to everything, and they have like only 2 artists on their Spotify list? My Spotify list is crazy. I'll do like hip hop, R&B, Latin, soca, punk rock, acid rock, jazz, bossa nova, international, opera, acoustic. Literally, it'll go down a list like this. And you'll be like, wow, like you really listen to everything. Yeah. And I try to incorporate some of those things that make sense into my set. I want people to be like, yo, when I go out, I know I'm gonna hear some good music. I'm gonna have a good time. I'm gonna vibe with everyone in that room. I'm not gonna be selected, or I'm not gonna feel like an outcast because I want to hear a specific artist. You know what I mean? So I want everyone to vibe. So
no, and you're checking out the room. As soon as you step in, you're checking out who's there, and you're going by the vibe.
And that's what I do. And I hate to do this. I hate to stereotype, but I could walk into a place.
Unfortunately,
unfortunately,
you have to. Yeah,
I can walk into a place and I'll walk around first. And I'm like, okay, there's a 50-year-old white guy, Dave Matthews Band. There's a 20-year-old Spanish girl, Bad Bunny. There's a 40-year-old brother from Philadelphia. All right, I'm gonna do some Frankie Beverly and Mays. Oh, you're my age? Okay, I'm gonna do some Donald Jones. Oh, you like that?
Darnell Jones.
Okay, I'm gonna do some Pitbull and some Neo and stuff like that. And it works. Mm-hmm. Or people will come up to you, hey, do you have like ABBA Dancing Queens? And then can you go to like the Bee Gees? And like, yeah. So it's kind of like they're predicting what they want to hear. But sometimes, and I hate to assume and I hate to pinpoint, but a lot of times I'm actually right. When I play, oh my God, you're freaking amazing. Yeah. You play Dave Matthews Band in a hip hop club. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're checking the pulse.
Checking the pulse. That's another phrase. Checking the pulse and reallocating. I'm going to reallocate to check the pulse.
Yo, man, listen.
I'm going to reallocate to check the pulse to lock the fuck in.
Damn, yo, I should make a book. Now that I think about it, man. Listen.
I'll put an introductory forward.
Give me some Mama Juana. Give me some Mama Juana.
The Mama Juana?
I'm just joking.
Yeah, nah, man, because I'm already lit, yo. It's already 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah, what happened?
Right now.
I said, what happened? Yeah, what happened?
Right now, as that happened, and I was like, yo, you know what? I'm going to write a book. Give me some Mama Juana. I thought about, I got to take my kids somewhere. I'm not going to be all drunk over there.
They're like, Dad, I'm all right. Yeah, just go over there. I'm fine.
Yeah.
But you sleeping in the chair. Dad, I got my shades on. Leave me alone.
Yeah. No.
You know what I mean?
Listen.
Yeah.
It's you got to check the pulse. You got to see the vibes. Is there anybody with shades on at this point in the clubs?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, they are.
They falling asleep. They our age?
No, actually, they're a little bit younger.
Oh, shit. They falling asleep
I can see
early.
as soon as they walk in, I'm like, okay, I already know what he going to want. And as soon as I got you. I got you, bro. Because I can tell when you walk, I'm like, yeah, he's going to want to hear that.
Does it ever get tiring?
What?
To I was going to say reallocate, but we burned that word down today.
No, we ain't burning it out, man. It's still early, yo.
Listen,
I love that word.
To kind of like create sets and new sets of this and
be
with the young crowd and all this and that.
Yeah. You constantly have to be on a creative level. We have to kind of bring new vibes to location. Like sometimes I get caught. I'm like, damn, I played this set last week, or I played this set like 2 weeks ago. I don't want to sound like
repetitive.
repetitive. I want to incorporate new stuff, old stuff, and change up the sets a little bit. So it's very important to do that because you always get a new crowd that comes into your events, and you have like returning crowds that'll come back and hear you and stuff like that. But it doesn't really get that repetitive to me because I mean sometimes I'm in my own head like, goddamn, James, all right, you gotta change it up a little bit. But then again, there's new people out there and they've never heard you before. But then you have the returning people that you're thinking about, damn, I know they've been here for like a month and they always hear this particular set and they'll probably know what's coming next. Let me change it up a little bit to kind of throw people off in a good way so they can kind of vibe out to that. But, you know, it's just constantly just sitting down, going through your playlist and being creative and seeing what works and what doesn't work. And I like to play music that I like to listen to.
Yeah.
So when I play it, you can tell that I actually enjoy it. You know, I got in that mindset where I'm just like, all right, even if I don't really enjoy this music, I have to kind of find some loophole to like it a little bit, like it poquito.
Yeah.
To play it.
A
little bit to play it. Because you can sense when someone is, a DJ is really like giving. You can sense when the DJ is just like pressing the button.
Yeah.
You can sense when someone's like, now I'm not going to be there in the front of the camera 6 hours like this because I'm going to pass out.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm drinking marijuana and I'm sweating. That's not me. I might give you a little bit, but I'm not going to be that for 6 hours. And I seen DJs are like on events. I'm like, bro, you don't jump around for 6 hours. Chill the fuck out.
Doing backflips.
You're doing back. You're doing that shit for TikTok for 10 seconds, then you standing there and pressing the button. But to each his own. You know, I do give energy when needed.
I was gonna say.
I do hold back when needed. One thing I kind of don't like. I'm gonna get jumped in the parking lot.
Damn, that might be the name of the episode.
Jumped in the parking lot.
Jumped in the parking lot.
I like talking on the mic, but not all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if I have to MC a wedding, it's fine. If I have to MC a little bit during a bar, lounge, nightclub, okay. But if I have to do it all the time, I'm like, I'd rather just
let the
play
music flow.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
You know what I mean?
see, I like your style because them DJs that be out here every 3 seconds just pausing the music to say something. Like, come on, man.
I just think they really like to
vibe.
hear their voice.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's the way they were trained. It's muscle memory.
That too.
My right hand is used to holding a mic and my left hand is used to doing this. It's muscle memory.
Yeah.
In the era when I was DJing, we used both hands.
Yeah.
They use
yes,
like this.
Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right. You're 100% right. I'm here like, you're 100% right. And he's here like,
Yeah, they
the
do all that.
marijuana's kicking in. Like,
Yeah, it's kicking in. You know what I mean? I just use my 2 hands. I go in, do what I gotta do, go on the mic a little bit, hey, blah, blah, blah. And that's it. And it flows. It works. It works for me.
Listen, man, it's dope. It's dope.
Sorry.
Oh man, listen, let's take a left turn real quick. And let's go right back into like seriousness because we've been having some fun.
Yeah, we have
But
too
we
much
gotta,
fun.
You know, we gotta channel it in.
May I use the restroom, please?
Yes. We'll take a pause.
Is that on camera?
Yeah, no. We'll take a pause. I'll take it
You
off.
should keep that on camera.
Come on.
Wait, what the? He's holding him hostage from taking a
I
piss?
gotta go too. We've been recording. We'll be back. Oh shit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit.
Shit. Jumped in the parking lot. This is dope. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
Listen, man, it's a dope
for
conversation,
having me.
bro.
It
It's always
is.
a dope
I think
conversation.
it's more serious now.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, we threw a little bit of sprinkles there,
Yeah.
here and there.
But you have to have some type of personality.
There you go.
You got to break it up a little bit.
You good though?
Yes.
You straight? All right.
Am I straight? Am I holding it straight?
So you wanted to dive into self-care.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. I'm good. Okay, yes. Self-care. Self-care, especially for my brothers out there, my men, brothers, brave hearts. Self-care is very important. You have to take time out for yourself. As we mentioned before, we're always on the go as a society. So what I've been doing is I've been doing little things like this. And you tell me if you guys think this is right or good or whatever.
Go ahead.
Small example. Wake up in the morning. I don't check my phone for the first hour. I leave it on the charger. Go do what I gotta do. Bathroom, shower, get my stuff together, make my coffee to get ready to have the house to go do work. So I don't answer my phone for the first hour of the day for whatever reason it is.
Right.
And I think Denzel Washington said something like this. Shout out to Denzel Washington. He said something like this where sit in silence for the first 30 minutes of the day. When you wake up, just sit in silence. Meditate. Just take in the natural sounds, the environment and stuff. Hopefully it's not no gunshots outside your house. But, you know, I mean, if it's gunshots, you got to take that shit in, right?
Stop the violence.
Yeah.
Stop the violence.
But just take in the sounds of just your immediate environment for the first 30 minutes of the day. That's going to clear your head. So I've been not really checking my phone lately. When I wake up in the morning, it's still there. You know, some people wake up in the morning, oh, I gotta see, but check my email.
Yeah, first thing
see if this girl sent me a naked picture. I took her out last night. What the fuck is wrong with her? You know what I mean? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I've been like keeping my phone to the side. It's actually funny because I'm actually gonna get jumped in the parking lot again. A lady friend of mine was like, oh, well, you didn't text me good morning. As I told her, I was like, well, because I'm getting ready. I have a long day. I have a podcast to prep for. I have to go DJ later. I'll make sure my mind is right. I got to take a shower. I got to take a dump. I got to take a piss. I got to make my coffee. I got to get dressed. I got to shower. I got to look at the house like a human being.
Yeah.
This is stuff I have to do. So, of course, I'm not going to text you first thing in the morning because I'm busy and have obligations. I just think that she didn't really understand that. I mean, it's also a communication part on both ends, but just going back to the small example, take the time out to do self-care, man. Even if it's something solo, like you said, put in your headphones, just walk down the street.
Facts.
Just walk. Just go sit in the park somewhere, journal, take solo trips. I've actually booked a trip in April where I'm going to the Catskills. It's this place called Postcard Cabins. We have like your own individual cabin. They customize it for you. You get like a fire pit outside and stuff like that. And they have like a box you can lock your cell phone in. You just disconnect. And I'm gonna actually take a book up there and start journaling and start vlogging. Just like taking hikes and stuff like that. And I think that's well needed because I was like, nah, I need to do this. So whether I'm with someone, I'm taking someone with me, I'm still going regardless. You know what I mean? So that's one of the things I've been doing, just taking some time out to really like sit down and like, sometimes you need to sit down and do nothing, Jay.
You know what's crazy? I never got an opportunity to do that for myself, like take a solo trip. At this point, it's long gone. I'm married. I'm not going nowhere. Like alone like that. But and I'd rather go with my family at this point. As well. I'd rather go with my kids and my wife and stuff like that. But that's very self-therapeutic too, to kind of like reconnect. And I saw that clip that you said about Denzel. And that clip made me disconnect from my phone in the morning for 5 minutes. I start off with 5 minutes because I can't do the whole hour thing or 2 hour thing yet. I started off with 5 minutes. I get up, feet grounded, stay in silence. Meditate, pray, affirmations, all that stuff before the day even starts. Like, I gotta get in tune with myself before I come out here into this crazy world and deal with it, because there's a lot going on. It's a lot of distractions
going on.
You're focused in a distracted world. Like, we go back to the distractions, right? You're trying to be focused in a distraction based world. So you gotta stay in tune with yourself before you step out of the house. Because even the house is a fucking circus sometime in the morning. So you want to stay in your room before you step out of your room.
It's like, God damn, Sheila's in the bathroom? Shit.
God
damn it. I should have woke up 5 minutes early so I can get in there and take a shit. Now she's going to take a shit for 2 hours.
See what I'm saying?
Now I'm late for work. Sheila want to take a shit. Like, you know what I mean? But no, I'm sorry.
No, you gotta.
Jesus Christ. Something. Drinking something.
You gotta, man, lock the fuck in, man. That's all I'm saying.
Reallocate. Lock the fuck in. Don't get jumped in the parking lot.
Those are the 3 pointers you'll get out of this plot.
Yup.
We're gonna work on the title of it. It's either lock the fuck in or I'm getting jumped in the parking lot.
I love the jumped in the parking lot. I like that one. But no.
I'm gonna do a segment clip. I got jumped on the podcast.
I got jumped in the parking
lot. Yeah.
But no, all seriously, self-care is very important, man. Like,
super important.
Even fellas, even ladies.
Ladies too.
Please just take your time.
Ladies, do it more. Self-care.
Well, I think the ladies are much better at self-care than us guys.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Am I right? You ladies are much better?
I think so.
Yeah. They take the time to really sit down and analyze and really, okay, this works for me, this works for my family, This works for my
100%,
well-being.
100%.
Because women are, very nurturing, and they have a nurturing spirit to them. So they're aware of self-care more than we are.
Very
But
true.
men, we just go get up and just put some water on our soap and water on our face and get the fuck out of the house. Do what we gotta do. But
Damn, that's true, bro.
and like I said, just taking that step back. All right, even though you may have a hectic and crazy life, a hectic and crazy schedule, you may be the head of household that's actually bringing in the majority of the finances in the house. So that's a lot on someone's shoulder.
It's stress.
Take the time. It was just 5 minutes, yo. Let me just take 5 minutes, just lock the bathroom door and just close my eyes while I'm sitting on the toilet.
And also,
Sometimes I do that too. Sometimes my greatest thoughts when I'm sitting on the toilet. Right?
ironically,
I'm pretty sure you come up with podcast ideas when you're sitting on the toilet, bro. You be sitting there like, you know what?
I could
I'm
talk
gonna invite
about
James
this.
back. Yeah, I could talk about this. What are you doing? Sheila, wait your fucking turn to take a shit. Like, you know what I mean? But sometimes in certain environments, you come up with like the greatest ideas. The toilet is one of them. Walking in the park with your headphones on might be another one. You know what I mean?
The toilet might be the most therapeutic space in the house.
You got feng shui and stuff in there. You got
Listen, man, you got-
eucalyptus
you got the-
plants over the shower.
You got the sage and all that stuff.
I burn sage in the house. I don't want no damn spirits in my house.
You know what I'm saying?
Fuck
Like,
that shit. You ain't coming up in here, Lucille. I don't care if you died 20 years ago. This ain't your house no more. Fuck that shit. You can live here. Just don't be touching my feet at night when I'm trying to sleep. Don't be like tickling my feet. Because ghosts be acting stupid sometimes. They do. And I have a ghost story if we have some time to get into it.
Get into it, please.
All right, ghost story. Story time. So back in college, I went to Manhattanville College in Purchase, New York.
Please
I was
stay locked in.
thankful. Yeah, stay locked in, reallocate. Don't get jumped in the parking lot.
All that.
I was very thankful to go to college, was able to go to college. And I used to live in the faculty staff housing with two of my roommates. It was Erica and Tisha. Shout out to them. Hope you guys are doing well. And one day I was sitting there, and the living room is facing this way and the kitchen is this way. So I went to go make a sandwich. You know how guys, we get lazy, make a sandwich. You put the bread on top of the fridge.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't put the bread on top of the fridge all the way and it fell down.
Okay.
All right, let me get my ass back up, put it up there, back up. And I pushed it back a little bit. Eat my sandwich. It fell down again. Like, yo, I know I pushed this goddamn bread to the back of the goddamn... Got up, pushed the shit all the way back. Let me finish my damn turkey and cheese sandwich. Literally 5 minutes, I'm sitting there. I heard like a smack,
Wait,
and the bread went flying.
Are you alone in the house?
I'm alone.
Okay.
And I saw it in my peripheral vision. It was like somebody went like this, and it went flying, and it hit like the front of the double doors that go to like the washer and dryer.
Yeah.
And I literally went like this. Put my sandwich down, closed my eyes. I took a deep breath and I said out loud, listen, we both have to live in this house together. If there's an issue, let's please work through this right now. I literally said that. With just like this. And I stood there in silence for like 1 minute. And I opened my eyes and I was okay. It never happened again. Second part to the ghost story.
Oh, there's more.
Yeah. I think it was the same ghost. I think it was a little kid ghost. My friend, no, I'm serious. I think it was a little kid, a baby ghost. Not as big as that baby bottle freaking Mama Wanna, but it was a baby ghost. I'm pretty sure it was a baby ghost.
All right.
My friend, she had a son. She used to bring him over and hang out and stuff with us too. Her son was like maybe 2 or 3 years old.
Yeah.
And he would go to the door and point at the door and say, go away, monster, go away. You don't belong here. Go away. But he would point eye level. He wasn't pointing like this. He would point straight. So that's when I was like, it has to be a baby ghost.
It has to be a baby ghost. It has to be a baby ghost.
Yeah.
Bro, them kids be knowing. It's like dogs and cats and shit. They be wilding out when they feel some
Yup.
shit. So I
You ever
believe
see a
in all
dog
that
just
shit.
stand there like this and they be looking? Say, yo, Fido, what you looking at? And he they just lock the fuck in and look. They see something that we don't see because their eyes can pick up different movements and stuff like that. So just be aware when you're sitting and doing your self-care and you're meditating in the morning in the toilet and you see a loaf of bread fly past you in your peripheral vision, just know it's a fucking ghost in your house.
Listen.
Just talk to them and just say, yo, we gotta live here together. You do what you got to do. Just don't tickle my feet at night. Let me drink my whiskey, eat my sandwich, and we be good. Ever since then, it hasn't happened. But that's my ghost story.
Listen, all the ghosts out there, y'all can stay over there.
We got any ghosts in here?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. We trust God, bro. I mean, I believe in that shit too. It's weird. Especially when you start drinking and shit and you start like...
Oh, when you start drinking, you start seeing shit.
But
you start to fucking see ghosts. You start to see fucking...
I've seen a few things
Duppies.
in DR specifically.
Yeah?
I've seen a few things. Like, this is weird.
Oh my God, I don't think I'm going back to DR ever again.
Nah, DR is beautiful, bro.
Yeah,
Love
are you
DR.
seeing ghosts and shit?
Nah, like one time this friend of mine...
Black people don't do well with ghosts. I'm sorry. We don't do that shit. We don't do well in horror movies. We do well with none of that shit. If I was in a horror movie, you know what happened? It'd be the first 5 minutes. I walk into the house, hear some shit, we out. And the credits will come up.
That's it. It's over.
I swear to God.
It's over.
The quickest
The end.
movie ever. The end.
Nah, there was this one time I was sitting down with a friend in the stoop in his house, and this lady passed by and said something to the effect, come with me, like to my friend. We were both young. The thing is that my friend was younger. Mm-hmm. I was like, what, 12? Might have been like 11, 10. We're there chilling, just in the front, and the lady passed and said, yo, come with me to my house. I'm like, no, we're not going nowhere with you.
Yeah.
And she continued walking, and we looked at her, and then there was this gated door.
Uh-huh.
It was a dead end, and she just went through that shit.
Wait, she went through the gate?
It might have been me, and then the lights went out. The DR, the lights, they go out from time to time, so that happened.
The power goes.
The
power goes.
The power went out in the community. I ran, man. I was like, oh, no, hell.
So she walked through the gate.
She walked. It might be me. It might be just me hallucinating or something. I don't know. It might have been, but that's what I saw.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. If I could have that power to walk through a gate.
The church, the back gate of a church.
Yeah, it was like a church thing. It was like, yeah.
This is why I don't go to church.
Nah, man. Come
Hell
on.
no.
Come on, man.
Don't sit next to me, Lucille.
No.
There's a spirit sitting right next to me, Reverend.
Listen, let's up the energy here. Let's up the energy.
All right,
Let's up the energy here. I'm wearing a hat that says "Trust God," bro. And here we are talking about God.
Sorry,
like, I'm praying.
Listen,
man.
Jesus. Yeah, listen.
Listen, we
Just protect me, please. Jesus Christ. Oh Lord, no more drinking from me
yes, no more drinking
for the
James.
next hour.
James might not be able to make it to work tonight. I'm
gonna make it, bro.
You might not make it.
I'm gonna make it, bro. I'm gonna be there, bro.
Listen,
Yes,
last question.
yes, sir.
It's a dad's night out. I'm going out.
Mm-hmm.
You see a whole bunch of dads. They're in their 40s and 50s. Top 5 songs on a set.
In their 40s and 50s, dads, right?
Yeah. We're all dads. We're sick of this shit. And we just want some time.
We're sick of this shit.
We're sick of this shit. And we're done. We want guys' night out.
Guys' night out.
Dad's night out.
So 5 songs.
3. Give me 3.
3?
3 top songs that you're playing. And we're in our 40s age range.
I'm gonna say rest in peace, DMX, Party Up in Here.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Jay-Z, I Just Wanna Love You.
Okay. Hey.
And I'm going to say Biggie, Juicy.
Love it.
Just those 3.
Yeah, because I thought you was going to go left.
I mean, I could go left too.
Don't go left. Because last time you went left and you said, Pinta man, I was like, nah, we're not doing that. I tried to, after that episode, I reached out.
To Elvis?
To Elvis.
What'd he say?
I mean, I DM'd, yo, Elvis, come on the pod.
What'd he say?
He still hasn't responded.
Give me his number. I'm gonna call that motherfucker right now. I'm gonna Google translate that shit. I'm like, listen, hey, hold on one second. Hola, ¿cómo está? Brown Boy.
Come on, man.
Come
sit over
on
here,
the
man.
show.
Come
Wait,
sit over here.
it's not. It's taking time to translate.
Oh.
Come on the show. Give me his number. I'll get his ass here. Shit.
Listen, man.
Nah,
James, it's always a pleasure, my brother.
Yes, thank
Listen,
you.
Let people know where they can find you. Look at that camera right there and let them know.
This one. All right. So,
Boom.
what's up, y'all? DJ Brown Boi here. The boy is spelled with B-O-I. You can find me on Instagram, DJ Brown Boi, one word. You can message me. You can send me an email. All my contact information is there. I do actually answer the DM, so it is me. It's not a bot. It's not a virtual assistant, even though I might be looking for one very soon. If you know anybody, let me know. But just hit me up there. I don't gatekeep. I'm a chill guy. You can reach out to me. We can talk. We can chop it up. We can drink something. You can come to one of the lounges and clubs I'm in. All my information is there. If you happen to see me in person, if you're out at like a spot, just come up and say, hey, I saw you on the podcast with G. You guys are great and stuff like that. And yeah, looking to connect, man.
Listen, man. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to all the YouTube subscribers,
Yes.
Instagram followers, the TikTokers, the listeners across the world. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. And remember, if you got anything from this episode, lock the fuck in, baby.
And don't get jumped in the parking lot.
And reallocate some things in your life.
Yes.
Peace.
Peace, y'all. We out. That was dope. Jumped in the parking lot. Episode 1.
Don't get jumped.
Don't get jumped.
Shit.